All right, folks. Hey, back here inside of Studio 43, JB along with Coach Nate and Matt. We get you caught up on all the action.
Yeah, Houston, Green Bay still have a little shouting match before the game right here. Keyshawn Nixon's going to get in there with Steph Diggs. They're going to talk a little bit. Lived up to his billing because the rest of this game there was 7 lead changes. A couple of lead changes there with those cuts right there. But, hey, it was Joe Mixon who got this thing going right here. 4 yards in. 2-point play was no good. But Josh Jacobs, how about this? His great career. This is his first receiving touchdown from Jordan Love. Comes from 8 yards out. Jordan Love had 3 touchdown passes on the day, but it took this Brandon McManus field goal. Remember, he just got there this week. Right there for the game winner from 45 yards out, and Green Bay wins 24-22. Both teams go to 5-2.
Nice way to endear yourself to your teammates. And after the game, it was our Tracy Wolfson talking with Jordan Love.
We just saw Brandon McManus run over and get to do that Lambeau leap after just showing up in Green Bay this week. But how would you describe this one?
Special. You know, it was a 4-quarter game. It wasn't perfect, but we stayed in it. We stayed together and we fought. And huge kick right there to finish it off.
I love that you said special. Take me through that final drive and what was the message going into it?
Yeah, we knew we just needed a field goal. So we knew it was going to be on the offense, go win that game. And we've practiced these scenarios hundreds of times in practice. So we knew exactly what we needed, and we went out and executed.
Let's talk about your defense. No takeaways this game, but they certainly put the pressure on C.J. Stroud. What would you say about the job they did today?
Yeah, they did a great job. They held that's a very dynamic offense over there, and they held them to not getting a lot of yards, putting up a lot of points. So they did exactly what we needed. We turned the ball over on offense a couple times, and they held up and made some big-time plays.
You going to go do the Lambeau leap now?
I'm not doing the Lambeau leap, but I'm going to give these guys a lot of love on my way out.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Green Bay, Houston, excellent game. But C.J. Stroud, sacked 4 times, hit 7 times. They got it done.
Yeah, I mean, the Green Bay defense was harassing them all day. Joe Mixon kind of kept them in this game. And really, it was the 3 turnovers of Green Bay in this first half of this game that really kept Houston in it. And then it was back and forth. And I'll tell you, it was a classic game. This almost had playoff atmosphere to it. You had a little bit of the tensions that led up to the game. But it really lived up to its billing. And again, the Green Bay defense holding Houston to 197 total yards. And that was the story of the game.
Yeah, it's a bend but don't break defense. And we talked about it before the game, that we know exactly what they're going to do. One thing I can appreciate about that Packers D is that they don't vary. Like, they don't waver from who they are. They come in, they know that they're going to play some zone. They're going to mix up those looks. They're going to crowd the line of scrimmage. They're going to drop guys, still create pressure somehow each and every game to make those quarterbacks uncomfortable and collapse the pocket. I mean, without Nico Collins, this Texans offense is different. They look different. They move differently. They don't have the same dynamic. And Green Bay knew that going into this game.
Yeah, and I think in order to be successful against the Packers, you have to be productive on first and second down. You guys both mentioned it. The exotic looks that they give you on third down put you in a bind as a quarterback, right? They're difficult to overcome.
Yeah.
It's okay to make first downs on first and second down. I thought Houston did a good job with the run game and Joe Mixon.
Mixon was fantastic.
But the lack of Nico Collins, the lack of efficiency in the passing game on first and second down, ultimately, they couldn't overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're looking at a Green Bay team, and Jeff Huntley, and we talked about in the pregame, he'll give you the same look, but from that same look, you may get 3 or 4 different coverages, which makes it really frustrating for a quarterback, as you know. And it comes with that third down package, so you have to win on first and second down. So that's where, to me, the first and second down, maybe a little bit more screenplay because you don't want to have to hold the ball that much, but they had to get more into third and shorts because third and long against Green Bay, that's tough. It's tough sledding for CJ.
And it becomes hard to game plan. Right?
Yeah.
As an offensive coordinator, Bobby Sloak, when you're getting those 7-up looks, those 8 guys around the line of scrimmage looks every time on third down, but you're seeing cover 0, you're seeing cover 2, you're seeing cover 3. When you're building plays to beat those coverages, they all look very different for those specific coverages. You don't know what you're going to get, and that's the difficulty that they're presenting right now.
And let's take a look at that final drive. I mean, all game long, you can see that this offense was mixing it up, trying to figure out who they wanted to go to. Here, condensed split. He hits his receiver, getting upfield, fighting for the extra yards, as you should when you're trying to put your team in position to get in field goal range. And once again, taking advantage of the middle of the field. If you see a zone, see man, you trust your wide receivers to get to a spot. I'm going to throw you open. and then they knocked the field goal in after being iced with the first time out. But just a great drive at the final moments of the game, because this is what you practice, right? Yeah. Situational football. You're in a position to put your kicker in a place to kick a field goal, and they knock it through.
And just think about this. A little kudos goes to the Houston defense. They're playing without 5 starters on that defensive side of the ball. So say what you want about their efforts, and they may have fell short today.
Yeah.
But boy, I'll tell you what, they couldn't throw the ball. They were able to run it. They lose 5 stars on defense. You go to 7 lead changes, and at the end of the game, it was just one stop right there, and they have a chance to win.
In Lambeau, by the way.
In Lambeau, on the road. So again, you go back to sometimes it's not a bad loss. It's a tough loss. But this team's 5-2, and they are playing with the big boys.
Understand the football esoteric, if you will. So we'll call this classroom lesson. Cover 0. I know it's man-to-man. The intention of that is what?
To speed up the timing of the quarterback, to force you to get the ball out of your hands sooner than you would like to, right? It's making sure that you've got one more guy coming on the defensive side of the ball than you have in protection on the offensive side of the ball. And so as a quarterback, you know the ball has to come out quickly.
Yeah.
The problem becomes you don't know if you're going to get that cover 0. They might pop out and play cover 2, which your clock then needs to slow down and you need to be patient.
And it isn't just the clock for the quarterback, it's also the wide receivers.
Well.
We panic. We start running shorter routes because we know pressure is coming. So we both have to be on the same page.
I love it when they're both panicking on the defensive side of the ball. You got it right where you want.
Never mind. Take that one panic back. I didn't mean it.
The show continues.